Hi everybody, happy Friday. I am so excited to jump on my Facebook personal page. It's been maybe 2 weeks or so because I've been knee deep, mind deep, I guess, doing an NLP training and just kind of working on some next level things within my business. And then in the month of February, I was just kind of going through so many different life transitions and just really scaling things to the next level. So I was like, you know what, I miss going live on my personal page. I've been missing that so much. So I'm like, I am going to, jump on here and say what's up to you guys. So I'm going to share this inside of my group, the Burnout to Breakthrough community, to pop up in there. But so I wanted to give you guys just a little bit of information because I've had so many questions about NLP and kind of what I've been doing with that and what that's looked like and kind of where I've been. So I moved at the end of January and I have been working on a lot of behind the scenes stuff, just some, setting up some different things in place. And if you guys experience the what do you want to call it, the Instagram and Facebook outage that happened the other day, it was a great reminder. And a lot of people messaged me and they're like, you're so right, needing to be building that email list too and being able to connect with your clients in that way. And it's just a good reminder, right? That there's always, the next level of different things. And there's, we get to a certain level in our business and then we realize we get deeper and deeper in it is of what we're doing. And we understand our purpose. We understand our mission and our vision and where we're wanting our business to go and kind of what that looks like at that next level. And so for me, that I got to a place in my business where I was expanding, I was growing, and I come from an education background. I have a master's in education and I love to learn. I love to experience new things. And I got to this point where I was like, okay, I have these amazing methods that I teach. I have, some great business strategy and all these things that I'm doing. But if I really want to be able to take myself to the next level and I really want to be able to grow and scale, I have to do that for myself so I can replicate that, into my clients too, to be able to find new tools, find new strategies, find new things that are going to not only take myself to the next level, hi Kiki, to really take my business to the next level and really be able to, scale and grow and find new tools and be able to support my clients in that new way. Because that's what's, so near and dear to my heart is creating those experiences that I wish I had, creating the things that I have, always wanted, in my business and what I've wanted for my clients and things that have saved me years and years of time. So I was like, okay, what's the next thing that I can do that's really going to feel in alignment with me, going to feel really good? And I had found, I did Transform Destiny's NLP training. And if you guys have specific questions about the training or anything, message me. I think they're amazing and I'm happy to share what I experienced. But it was so cool to go through that. So the fun thing about it was I actually got to room with one of my clients who came there with me, and so that was fun. And one of the things that she said, she's like, Erin, she's like, what's so amazing is you're the exact same person that I meet on that I've known online, that I've worked with online, that I met in real life. She's like, I feel so much of your trust, I feel so much of your you're so open to receive, and you just have this everything is always going to work out. Everything's going to be amazing vibes about you. So it's just so fun to experience that in real life with a client and just have her say that. So that was amazing in itself, and it was amazing to be able to hang out with her. Yay, Kiki, you're going through it in May. Is that the Philadelphia one, right? I can't remember. But you're going to love it. It's awesome. And so going into the training, there's pre-study and different things that we had to, go through. I kind of waited to the last minute, if I'm being completely honest, and binge listened on a lot of them. But going through the program in itself. So once you finish the program, you're a certified clinical hypnotherapist, NLP practitioner, time technique certified, success in life coaching, and EFT. So emotional freedom techniques. So tapping and being able to add all that into my coaching. So here's what happened. You go into this training program, you're learning so much information, you're having amazing breakthroughs because you're doing all these different techniques, and then you're coaching somebody because you actually, you're practicing it within the group of people that you're there with. And then my business mind is okay, how do I want to bring this to my clients? How do I want to help this scale into my business? How many lives can I change? And you just feel this huge purpose, and like I got to see like the mission and the vision of my business like even so much more, and like kind of where I want to be able to go with things, like where I want to be able to take things into that next level, how I can help my clients. And in my head I'm like, this, you know, it's gonna be great for this client, and this is gonna be great for this one and this program. And so you're learning it, you're integrating it, you're going through the breakthroughs yourself, and then you're, you know, figuring out how you want to market, how you want to bring it to your clients, how you want to be able to bring it to your programs, how you want to just bring it to like the world essentially. And it lights you up so much. Like you cry, you have amazing breakthroughs, and then you're like on this high of it too. So it's an incredible experience, and it's an incredible week. And I love like that this just gets to be life, that this just gets to be exactly like what I do, is like helping people like work through this stuff, and helping people like understand and realize like what their mission is, what their purpose is, what their passion is. And like when we have, like we all have beliefs at every single level. You know, they get smaller and they get quieter, and you learn how to shift through them faster, you know, the longer that you get into your business. But like when you know, there's a different level of trust that comes into the more that you begin to scale and that you grow. And that's been something that I played around with so much, you know, really over the past year, is just having that ultimate trust and not putting it like, you know, I'm into a certain point, or you know, if it works out, or I'll give it a few months and like see how things work. Like, you know, I've scaled my business like a crazy amount over the last year by implementing so much trust and being all in no matter what, like always being resourceful, always finding a way. And I think that's just such an amazing thing to remember. Like when you want something, when you desire something, when you have people that you support, like you always have to like grow and go to that next level, and have the trust and the belief like at 100%. Of whatever that looks like, at the 100% of where you're at, that it's going to work out. But so often like we self-sabotage ourselves with like, what if it doesn't work out, or what if it doesn't work out this way, or where's this next client gonna come from, or will I be able to do this again? I mean, we all hear these fears at every different level, and I try to be as open and as possible when it comes to that, because like I still feel them at every level, they just don't sit there as long. And something that, you know, was so important to me to remember is like we're constantly trusted and supported when we constantly put our trust and support in like whatever higher power that you believe in, and like you believe that everything can happen for you. And so for so many of you that are watching this, like your life purpose and your life mission is like why you're here coaching, why you're here in the online space, why you're here doing all these things. And when you're in it for that lifelong, it doesn't matter if it takes you a couple extra weeks or a couple extra months to figure something out, or if your launch is a little bit slower than whatever it is, because you know that there's more always coming. And when you trust that to like a full body trust, rather than kind of being like, all right, like I'm halfway trusting and the other half of me is still trying to like make logical sense of everything, you really start to like embody that so much more, and everything begins to feel way more at ease. And I was on one of the masterminds that I host. I was talking about it this morning with them about, it's kind of like a caterpillar to a butterfly. Like if you were a caterpillar and you were looking at a cocoon, you would see that no other caterpillars come back out of that cocoon alive, essentially, right? Like you see people, like you're a caterpillar, you watch other caterpillar friends go in there, and in your mind you'd be like, hell no, I'm not going inside of that cocoon. Like no one comes out, they come out like with wings, and I've never seen my friends again, right? Like it's so close into like, it's such like a good like metaphor to our business, because we go into it and we have to have so much trust, and we have to have, you know, those times where sometimes we have to kind of go into like a hibernation period, or like a cocoon phase, where we're growing, we're taking so much in inner work, we're working on the back end stuff, and like you come out with those fiery moments so you can be more creative and you can learn things and bring things in a new light. And that's just been, you know, something where we all have those phases, and it starts to work, and we start to get it, and we start to realize like the bigger impact, you know, essentially like growing out into the butterfly that we get to be. And so I just kind of like that analogy of, you know, caterpillars have a lot of trust in what it is that they're doing. So within this too, I launched a program while I was, you know, traveling and doing this, and like I got to see like the vision of it even more clear. And something that I talk about a lot with my clients is like, the idea, abundance is brought around a lot in the online space. And it's like, how do I, create abundance? How do I do this? But really, like, it's more of an activation inside of you because you're already abundant. Like, you already have all these, like, you have receiving energy inside of you. You have, abundant energy inside of you. It's more so about activating it and understanding, like, where some, I would talk about receiving as kind of like a portal, and you're standing in a room with 20 doors around you. There's all these different things of these doors that we have to open and understand. Some of them need WD-40 and some of them need a lock and some of them just swing right open. But when we start to understand that, we can activate more of that rather than needing to try to, like, create money or whatever it is that we believe. It's understanding where else in our life things look like that and where else we need to open up some of these doors and allow those things, to flood in, and how to be able to sell, like, in that very soulful way. So for me, kind of tying everything together, I mean, I teach a lot on, abundance mindset. I teach a lot on, the strategy and all these different things, and you really, like, see this clearer picture. And so I just wanted to jump on with you guys and share a little bit about that, and share that we always have to keep going and growing and going to that next level for our clients, for ourselves, for our businesses, for the mission and the purpose. And look at your lifelong mission and your purpose, and you might not know exactly what that is at a full scale, but you really will feel it inside of you, the deeper that you dig within it. And sometimes all the inner work happens first, and then it's like the massive explosion on, like the business side of it begins to happen. And sometimes, you have like the business explosion, then you have that hibernation period of mindset, and then it's fuels you up to have such a sustainable business. Because when you do the deep inner work and you do the, the work around what's holding you back, or the work around receiving or understanding it, like, you have more of like a foundational piece for your business to really take it to that next level. So that's all I had for you guys today. Just wanted to say hello because I miss being on my Facebook Live. I have a bunch of fun things planned, especially for those of you that are jumping inside of either the 2-hour intensive, the society, or the masterclass. I'll do another live video on the society and everything tomorrow, but if you're looking to either do the Activate Abundance Masterclass, which is like a 2.5 hour, I'm bringing in a lot of NLP stuff into that, or if you're doing the 2-hour intensive with me, you also get access to the Masterclass too, and it's a biz strategy meets NLP. So any questions about that, just send me an email. I'll be on tomorrow to talk more about the society and kind of why I created that, what that's looking like, and how excited I am for the people that have already jumped inside. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Happy St. Patrick's Day weekend, and I will chat with you all soon. Goodbye.